So, it was an ordinary Tuesday. And here I am, Max, your faithful storyteller, killing time at work, eating a sausage sandwich as if it were the main event of my day. Suddenly, the boss leans over to me and says, "Okay, that's it for today. Leave, you'll finish your paperwork tomorrow." I mean, wow. This never happens. Fired at noon? I felt like I'd won the lottery. Naturally, I decided to stop by my house to check on my dear Lena and our little man Johnny. I pushed the door open. Silence. Alright, I think, the kid's probably napping. I sneak toward the living room, being all quiet like a ninja, and then bam. There she is. Lena. On our couch. Striking a birch tree pose like she's in yoga class. And right above her, this ripped guy in sweatpants, working her back like he's auditioning for some adult version of a wellness retreat. I just stood there, frozen. "Max?" Lena gasped, bolting upright. Meanwhile, Mr. Muscles leapt off her so gracefully I half expected applause. Clearly, the guy's got some gymnastics in his past. I didn't say a word. Just turned around, stepped into the hallway, and inhaled deeply like I was trying to breathe out a storm. Then I went back in, looked this Herculean homewrecker dead in the eye and said, "You've got 60 seconds. Get dressed and disappear." To his credit, the guy moved fast. Half a minute later, he was by the front door, fiddling with his buttons. "Look, man," he started. "Shut up, we'll figure it out now," I snapped. And then, I lost it. Threw a clean right hook at his jaw. He staggered, clutching his face, but to my surprise, didn't hit back. Instead, he mumbled through his fingers, "You've got it all wrong. I'm actually a massage therapist." Lena and I had been together for 5 years. We tied the knot when she was 23 and I was 27. Back then, life felt like a fairy tale: romantic getaways, long talks, that electric kind of love that makes you feel invincible. Kids. Well, eventually Johnny came along, and that's when real life kicked in: sleepless nights, crying fits, diaper runs at midnight, and the constant refrain of "Max, don't forget the diapers." But you know what? I didn't grumble. That was our life, and I was all in. Then came the infamous bachelorette party. Lena went out with her friend Kate. Beforehand, she gave me this look and said, "Just a heads up, there's gonna be some men's dancing." Naturally, I raised an eyebrow. "Okay, it's simple. You know, be discreet." "Oh, stop it." She laughed, tossing her hair. "You're the only one I love." Funny, right? She stumbled home at dawn, totally smashed. And out of nowhere, she started coming on to me like we were strangers in some smoky bar. Honestly, I didn't mind. It felt like maybe the spark was back. But the next morning, she casually dropped, "Johnny needs a massage." "A massage?" I asked. "Yeah, a preventative one. Kate's niece had it. It really helped her." "Good. That is, of course. I'm not just a husband, I'm also a father. I like to think that I'm good. So I didn't ask too many questions. My wife ordered this massage therapist. Let's call him Dennis. Although, to be honest, Hercules would have been more suitable. He started coming in the afternoon while I was at work. At first, I didn't think much of it, but after a week, I felt that something was wrong. Some little things. There were strange details that I couldn't quite grasp. "Lena, what's that bruise on your neck?" "Oh, Johnny kicked me." "Really? And how come you've suddenly started buying all this new lingerie?" "It's just to lift my mood." "Yeah? What kind of mood are we talking about exactly?" And then, boom, like some tragic punchline, I walk in and catch them in the act. And here he is, Hercules, standing in my living room, massaging his jaw and trying to feed me some nonsense. "Well, we actually met at that bachelorette party. She mentioned your kid needed some massage therapy, and I figured, hey, side gig, right?" "Oh, really? And how often do you do deep tissue on someone's teeth?" "That's not really my specialty," he mumbled, scratching his neck. "But she said she needed more." At that point, I just buried my face in my hands. Unbelievable. I've been going around all week at work, proudly telling people my son's got a personal massage therapist. Meanwhile, Lena's in tears, saying it just happened. That she got bored. That I'm always working. Well, sure. Bills don't pay themselves. I packed my things. Walked out. Took Johnny with me too. I mean, come on, how could I leave him with her and that guy? So, folks, here's what I've learned.
If your wife suddenly insists your kid needs a massage therapist, make sure it's someone's grandma.
Preferably retired. Skip the bachelorette party dancers. Or at least hire ones who look like they moonlight as tax accountants. And if you ever walk in and catch your wife with another man, don't overthink it. Forget about the questions, strike first and ask questions later.